All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is, I forgot the day, July 12th, 2020. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with your co-host, Chris.
It's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, my good man?
Oh, it's been a good day today.
It's
been
been
a
good.
wonderful
Are
day.
you sure?
Yeah, it was slow, but I'm pretty happy with how things went.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't complain about that, anyways. But welcome back, everybody, once again to the Purified Podcast. Yes. So once again, we want to remind you that we are part of the Professor Network. Please check us out at the Professor Network slash Purified Podcast or PurifiedPodcast.com. As long as you enter that link, you should be able to see everything that we do over there with the wonderful people from Lure Up and Pokemon Masters. They have wonderful podcasts, so make sure you check them out. Back to it. All right, hold on. I don't know what to start here, man. I don't know. Oh, goodness. It's been an interesting week, hasn't it? It's been a long, interesting week.
It's like they're dropping something daily instead of weekly. So instead of it all being neat in one place, you're getting it in little tiny snippets.
I mean, everything that we talked about last week happened this week and happened before Sunday. So I'm like, ah. But that's the beauty of actually having a podcast, because you get burned if you don't actually like get the news out right away, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I'll have to talk about it, but then the event ends, and now my viewers don't know how to react to it. So, anyways, guys, let's get right into, of course, our recaps of last week. Chris, let's talk about our legendaries. So Kiram has actually, I know, Kiram has actually landed on five-star rates. Please, somebody, let me speak English today for some reason. It joins us no matter what. Chris, how many have you done?
One. I've done one.
And why just one?
I didn't think it was that cool of a Pokemon. I mean, I think it has potential.
Okay.
But I'm pretty excited about it because the first one I was throwing pineapples at till I got down to like 5 balls, and I was like, ooh, I kind of want to catch it, so let me throw some Goldens.
Mm-hmm.
Finally catch it. It's a hundo.
So you didn't even know the CP of it, didn't you?
I didn't know the CP of the hundo, so that was a very cool surprise.
That it was for sure. Let me actually just move this over here. Okay, cool. All right, so yes, you got the hundo. Lucky you on the very first raid. Chris, I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm not yelling. But anyways, it is what it is. I mean, I was able to do 2 in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days that it's been out. And unfortunately, I was not able to take part of raid hour just because I had to work really late. I didn't really get out until like super late anyways. So by the time I actually was out, raid hour was going on and my raid group was somewhere else. So unfortunately, I was not able to take part in it. That's why I was waiting for raid invitations, but that's not coming yet. Niantic, what are you doing?
They're waiting for us to like slap them or something.
We're gonna be like, ah! No. I won't bash too much on Niantic because, and again, Niantic has actually done so many cool things for us. So I can't really say bad things about them because they're pushing hard for this game to stay alive, and I love that. That's what a company should really do to compensate their players and make sure that they are well part of what they are, who they are, especially on a game that it actually tells you that you have to go outside. So it's been helping. So thank you, Niantic. Again, guys, hashtag thank you, Niantic, in the chat. Thank you. And everywhere else. Post it on social media. Let's make it trending. Come on. All right. All right, Chris. Next part of our recap. The Battle Week challenges have begun. And we already finished them.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it took me a little bit because I didn't realize I was still on step 1.
Oh.
So I kept battling grunts.
Oh, God.
It didn't go good for me. It didn't go well.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to the battle week. There's definitely a lot more information that we didn't think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But everything literally happened like from the day that the battle week was actually released, which was Tuesday afternoon, to now. We had so many changes happen that unfortunately weren't able to pick it up until just recently. So I forget everybody who's listening to the podcast a little bit later in the future, because this usually comes out like a day afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the problem that sometimes I have. I can't really release the news as fast as possible. But if you follow us on our social media, we usually retweet or anything. So if you guys want to make sure that you know you want to keep going with the events and everything, we do actually make sure that we stay up to date for the information on our social media. So you also can join our Discord. We usually post things there, news for Pokemon Go and other news, of course, that we were talking about. So that's definitely what we want to make sure. But that we'll definitely get into what the battle week really is now, and we'll definitely talk about the new stuff that are coming. That's actually part of the news. So before we finish up there, of course. But yeah, Chris, what about any shinies out there?
The only shiny I got was the last time we did the podcast. I got the shiny Snubble on stream, but that's been it for me, honestly.
Yeah. For me, it has been a really unfortunate shinyless week for me. Nothing going on. The Tiriosa was the last one, of course. After that, unfortunately, no shinies. Even with the hard grind that we had this last few days, plus this today's event, which we'll talk about. Don't worry, guys, we'll talk about. But again, we're definitely on the side of that. However, have you caught any hundos?
Other than Kirim, no.
Other than Kirim?
I haven't got anything special.
Well,
I think I got a few purified hundos, but I don't really do that until there's like a community move,
yeah, definitely. I have actually increased my count to 3 more hundos since the last podcast, so it's actually pretty nice. I had a 100% Ashwat, so a second starter ready to go for Community Day, of course. I don't know if that's gonna come anytime soon for you guys. We'll see. We'll talk about it definitely. And then we have a shiny Torterra that I got today in the wild. I was hunting with my friend, and we were doing the event that we'll talk about in just a moment. And yeah, all of a sudden I go plus a Torterra, or not Torterra, but what's the name of this Pokemon?
Turtwig?
Turtwig, thank you. And then all of a sudden I checked, and I'm just like,
Wait a minute.
And that's the thing. I got it with the Gold Plus. I was like, okay, maybe this is something, It was like 8 something when I caught it the first time, and I was like, whoa! My friend, I was like, get back, go back. So we do it. It unfortunately wasn't a Shando. That would have been cool. But yeah, no, I got that Torterra, and then I got a Purified Golbat, and now it's a Purified Hondo Crobat. I'm actually okay with this because you know what? I actually am okay with Pokemons that even though they're good in the shadow forms, I like them better as their purified forms. If it's a guarantee Hundo, I'm like 100% doing it. It doesn't matter what it is, or even if it's like something like that. If it's already a Hundo when it's shadow, that's a different story though. There's no point of purifying that when it comes down to it. And also forget my co-host Chris is also doing a tournament, so if he's looking down too many times,
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, those are my 3 hundos of today, or the line for the week. That's actually been super nice. I'm at 93 hundos with a couple of extras, but definitely nice to have it in the hundo slots. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So either way.
Any hundos with a hundo.
Oh, hundo is a hundo. I love it. Either way, that is our recaps, of course, of last week. But of course, it's time to talk about today's research topics. There's many to talk about now. All right, so what's the first thing that we're gonna talk about, Chris?
Ooh. Is gonna be the Niantic Social Online rolling out fully live for all Niantic games. That is really exciting.
Yes. So let me get into what exactly this is. Now, this is something that's been in the works for a while. We've seen it in data minings and everything about online features and all that stuff. Now it's actually rolling out. It rolled out, I want to say Thursday, when the other event happened, which we'll talk about. But if you go to your friends list, you can actually go to your friends, and then you can see in my profile that I'm sharing an online status. You see a little green dot on there, and that actually shows that I'm, playing a game. However, that is not the only thing that in Pokemon Go works. We actually another feature that you can go to the Niantic balloon. Bless you. And then it shows you like the actual like adventure of all the other Niantic games that you have in there. So I have Wizards Unite, which I only played at launch, which was kind of fun for a while. But of course, Pokemon Go takes all my life away. So, and then I have Ingress. Well, actually, I don't have Ingress. I started playing Ingress for a while, but then I was like, I didn't really got the whiz of it. Maybe somebody will tell me how to play. It also tells you, what activity have you done since the year. We started in 2016, so I mean that's when Pokemon Go came out. And then how many have you walked since then? And I walked 9,502 kilometers, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. What about you, Chris? Have you checked there, or you are still doing your tournament there?
I'm doing the third out.
All right, cool. All right, so while Chris does that and checks that out, you can also check the status of other players. If you go to the ones that have the green dot, the online status, you actually click on the balloon, you can see what games have they played, what activity, and all of the other things. So this person right here hasn't played Wizards Unite or Ingress, just Pokemon Go, and you can see how many they walked. If we go to another one, let's say a friend of mine and nice local player, same thing, how many kilometers, things like that, yada yada yada. So it's a nice feature, and you can always check it out and see how it goes, also on accounts like this and things like that, how many they walked and everything. So it's actually pretty nice. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you could always turn off your online feature by just pressing on your profile picture. That will say that you are offline, you're not playing a game, anything like that. You can also check, once you turn it online, you can check the online status of all the other players and things like that. So whoever is really sharing their information, that's fine. I know a lot of people may be a little skeptical about it, but as long as you go offline, nobody else will be able to see your status. Nobody else will tell if you're playing a game or anything like that. So nothing like that happens. And if you click to any other player, some of them can be shared, some of them don't share. So it depends on the player too. So it is what it is.
Like the players that want to show the last Pokemon they got caught, and the people that don't.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is the Niantic feature. Again, it's live for all other games from Niantic, which is Ingress and Wizards Unite. So it's kind of a cool feature. We always wanted something to share that, if you want to, let's say, battle somebody, and say, hey, this person's online, let me try and see if he wants to battle. If he does, and things like that. So definitely check it out, guys, if you want to be part of that. And if not, then just turn it off. The good thing about it is just to turn it off, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that is the Niantic online social feature. I'm sure they'll expand it with other things eventually, but for now, this is what we have. This is the simplest things that we have, so it's kind of nice. But it's time to talk about our next research topic, and that is of course the wonderful Team Go Rocket blasting off again with Team Go Rocket balloons. Trainers.
It's been insane.
I know, my goodness. So I am actually going to share this so you guys can see this. Hopefully you guys can hear it too. All right, look up, trainers. Team Go Rocket balloons have a ride in Pokemon Go. So if we go to their trailer, it shows right here. Team Go Rocket has developed a new technology. It is time. Balloons incoming. You tap on it. You take on Team Go Rockets. They'll show up anywhere you go. All right, cool. Little small trailer. That's actually kind of cool, but that's really what they wanted to show us. If we actually go into my game right now, it doesn't show a balloon. It actually has specific times that we'll talk about for you guys. But here's usually the news about it. So tap on the balloon, you get to battle Team Go Rockets. You get to challenge any of them, especially the Team Go Rocket leaders. If you have a Super Raider or a Team Go Rocket leader raider, you should be able to actually find them in balloons too. And they'll appear more often from them than, the other ones. So, but it's mostly encounters with grunts. And you can also equip a Super Rocket Raider to encounter Giovanni, which Shadow Suicune is now part in the game. So we finally get able to return the Shadow Legendaries. Woohoo!
Finally, dude. It's been like a good month.
I know, right?
Oh, longer.
Well, in one of their blog posts at the beginning of the summer, they said, hey, King Go Rocket seems to, skitter around. They're not going to do anything until September. And we're like, oh, maybe they'll come back eventually. But, we were like, all summer? It's like, that doesn't seem right, Chris?
I know they were just trying to keep people from, like, going out and about to find the shadow Pokemon right now, like at specific places. But, oh well.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to actually see those, and it turns out that the leaders also discover more apart from the technology. They are going to be part of what's the battle challenges. That's why we were saying that a lot of news came out this week that we did not expect them to. So it is time to battle them, and that's the reason why we actually have a lot of the Team Go Rockets events going on in Pokemon Go right now. If you check the game, you can see the balloon. But again, guys, that is not all. Aside from the leaders coming back and closer than ever, and Giovanni returning with Suicune on his arsenal, we do have, of course, a very special thing. Actually, before we start on that, because I know Chris is so ready for this, let's talk about how the balloons really work, their spawn times and everything. The spawn rate for the Team Go Rocket Hot Air Balloon in Pokemon Go is explained like this. The first hot air balloon will start from 12 a.m., so at midnight, all the way to 6 a.m. So if you're awake during the times, check your game. You can get at least one of the balloons, and at least for the 6 hours, you'll at least get Battle 1. Same with the Team Go Rocket leaders. Only one, though. The second one will go from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. The third one will come from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And the fourth one will come from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. So those are usually the times. It's actually pretty nice. But again, that is not all. Chris, what other surprises have Pokemon Go tell us about?
Oh, yes. Each of the leaders have a new shiny to give us.
Ooh.
And I gotta say, there's some good PvP ones.
Oh.
So I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, heck yeah. So the leaders have actually changed over their Pokemons. They're still, using like super amazing Pokemons. Arlo is going to have Pineco with the chance of shiny.
I love it.
Right. We have Sierra with Lapras as a shiny chance. And then we have Cliff as a Grimer with a shiny chance, of course.
The one time I want to fight Cliff. I hate Cliff.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, there are other ones. I don't know if the other ones spawn still. I don't know if they still have Beldum or Mawile. And what was the other one? I can't really remember. Oh, Pinsir.
Pinsir, yeah.
Yeah, so...
From what I've heard, they can spawn from the stops with different teams.
Yeah, definitely.
But personally, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Now, you may be wondering, why is my character looking a bit Team Go Rocket-ish with a different color pattern? I'm going to say this. When I say we're blasting off, I mean we are blasting off again. Team Go Rocket, Jesse, and James are now part of the game. Chris?
It's pretty hype.
Chris, let's go ahead and watch the little small trailer that Pokemon Go put together for us so we can see Jesse and James in their full glory. Yes, Team Go Rocket, prepare for trouble and make it double. Team Go Rocket, Jesse and James are now here. Type on the Me Out balloon and take on Jesse and James at the same time. It is only for limited time. So you get to get... I think they're gonna come and go depending on their events that they're actually planning on doing, of course. But Team Go Rockets, Jesse and James are only here for limited time. Hopefully only through most of the anniversary of Pokemon Go. It's still pretty nice, but I'm sure they'll come back because, I mean, we won't have many chances to be able to catch Shiny Shadow Coffin and Shiny Ekans, which are part of Team Go Rockets, Jesse and James. So
And they're
trainer,
dope shiny.
yes, they're nice looking ones. My friend actually got one yesterday, and I'm like, a coffin one. So, which is another shiny I
That's
need.
probably my favorite.
Yeah, yeah. So a mysterious duo has arisen in Pokemon Go via a Meowth balloon. The two call themselves Jesse and James, and it will likely they're up to no good. Help us defeat them. As Tinko Rocket's balloons prompt the skies, we investigate them further. The ground spiraling the balloons are just perspective as we are to where the characters came from. For what we understand, Tinko Rocket has assigned Shadow Pokemons to protect Jesse and James as they seek to create more Shadow Pokemons. This is where you all come in. Check the map to see the Meowth balloon flying by. When the balloon appears, tap it and battle Jesse and James. Plus, avatar items inspired by Jesse and James are now available on the shop. That's why you see me actually looking up kind of fresh. Kind of fresh, you know, fresh. It looks like they won't be here for long, so let's go teach these silly villains who boss before they leave. So I figured that they're only really just part of the events, but they're also promoting other things like the Coco movie, the Pokemon Go Coco movie. Aside from that, I do hope that they come back at some point because Team Go Rocket is... Jesse and James are actually pretty good. They're also part of the spawn pool of the Team Go Rocket balloon times. So if you get a Grunt or a Leader, you can also get a Meowth balloon in that time. So again, just make sure you check as much as possible to see on those times if the balloon actually appears. Chris, what are your thoughts about this?
If it wasn't clear already to you guys, you get 2 of the little pieces of the leader. I forget what it's called. The leader.
The Rocket Raider.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the
Rocket Radar. Yeah. And that's fabulous because you don't have to fight 6. You only got to fight 3 technically if you get 3 Jesse and James in a row.
Well, you still technically battle 6 trainers or 6 runs, but Jesse and James counts as 2.
Yeah. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to get too lucky finding those though. Hopefully, I love it.
Yeah, it has been.
The shiny chance is cool. The nostalgia is cool.
I know there was actually, I think Mystic7 made a video and posted it today, and he actually said from his stream, it's like, if Jesse and James balloon comes around, you gotta fight it with a Pikachu before anything else.
Dude, I was wondering if I needed to put Pikachu as my friend to make them like come at me.
Oh, I know, right? That would be actually pretty cool. You know, maybe we'll try it out. We'll test it out if they have a small little like hidden feature in there, since they're part of the the anime and all that. So maybe one of those days, you know. But yeah, that's Jesse and James. It's a cool nostalgia part of it, so it's kind of nice. I also got the hat, which was like a couple of coins, but still, I mean, I never really spent coins on cosmetics, but still, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking fresh.
Yeah, that's a cool one though.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. All right, so yeah, all of this has happened literally in the last few days, so everything that's going on. But again, the weekly challenge, the weekly Go Fest challenge have actually been updated because of Team Go Rocket. So now we're gonna discuss how this actually affected more the weekly of how this game is working right now. So trainers, remember when we said week 2 of Go Fest weekly challenge will be Battle Team, there has been a slight change of plans. Technically, it's still Battle Team. However, with Team Go Rocket Balloon appearing more often and other disturbances in the world of Pokemon Go, that we believe are related to the Go Fest weekly challenge battle time research. Thank you for letting me say that, so much times. We'll focus entirely on taking down Team Go Rocket. So the challenge will begin, of course, on Friday, July 10 at 8 a.m. to Wednesday, July 15 at 10 p.m. local time. Features. In addition to all previously announced details about this week's time research and events, the following disturbances have been detected in the world of Pokemon Go. Poison type and dark type Pokemon are appearing in the wild, in eggs, and in raids. Team Go Rocket balloons are appearing more often. The Meowth balloon seems to be appearing in a higher rate. Suicune has been turned into a shadow Pokemon. Defeat Giovanni to save it. Complete the Go Fest weekly challenge to receive a Super Rocket Radar that will help you track Giovanni down. Our finding shows that the following Pokemon have been captured and turned into shadow Pokemons now. Please go rescue them. Nidoran male and Nidoran female, also their evolution parts. Machoke, Gligar, Shackle, Stunky, Stunk Tank, tongue tied. I can't even say the word of Pokemon. We received word that the Team Go Rocket leaders have found additional species of Pokemon to turn into Shadow Pokemon too. So as all the other Pokemon we have mentioned, all those Shadows ones have actually been implemented into the game too. So we intercept messages from Team Go Rocket that indicate they're planning to take over more Pokestops and capture more Pokemon. There will be an increased amount of Team Go Rocket activity in your area soon. By soon, I mean it's already been done. And we're sure this won't be the last time. We share any other intercept messages to receive in something like this happens again. So this is the information that we have. On Sunday, July 12th, which is today at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time, keep your eyes peeled for Team Go Rocket balloons in the sky and more Team Go Rocket grunts capturing Pokestops during the duration of the takeover. 2-time Stardust when you defeat a Team Go Rocket grunt and Team Go Rocket balloon, which is actually pretty nice. The Meowth balloon appearing more often than usual. The opportunity to use a Charge TM to let your Pokemon forget the move Frustration and learn a new move. And Team Go Rocket music playing in Pokemon Go, which I forgot to put the game's music on.
Dude, I forgot about. I forgot that they had a song.
Oh god, I completely forgot about that when I was doing the event. I was. Oh goodness gracious.
I'm sure we can find it on YouTube later to listen to.
Oh yeah, I mean I have listened to it before. It's just that it's kind of sad that I wasn't able to do it now. So I'm sad now. So guys, again, Team Go Rocket's event takeover was actually planned from 11 to 2. We did discuss this in the last podcast when they said that hopefully this won't take over too much of your time. Little play word there, since it was all about Team Go Rocket's takeover. Wow, I never learned about that until listen to all the podcasts. Oh my god. So Chris, what do you think that this event has actually implemented us so nicely?
The only thing that I think kind of sucks is that we haven't got the new Pokemon too long before they did the taking off frustration.
Right.
But that might actually be a good thing because it makes the new ones more rare. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see how the meta shakes up based on the new Shadow Pokemon without frustration.
Right.
I don't think it's going to change too much, except for like maybe more fire Pokemon in the meta.
Right. So the last takeover helped us a lot of other players who were saving up Shadow Pokemons, and then now that they have a Shadow boost, it helps out on PvP a lot more, especially in the Go Battle League. This one also did the same thing. For 3 hours, you were able to TM frustration away from the Pokemon and things like that. If you actually try to go to any other Shadow Pokemon right now and try to TM the frustration away, I'm gonna show this right now for you guys. It tells me that it cannot be relearned, but it cannot be changed as of now. It was only available the 3 hours. A lot of the people though did say that they were a little frustrated that they only gave us the 3 hour window to do it.
A little frustrated.
a little as every single person in the PvP community. Because I mean the 3 hours is just like a community day if you think about it. You want to play the event, you want to catch as many Pokemon, you want to battle as many Team Go Rocket runs, but then afterwards, you only have until like the last few minutes of the day or the event to actually start TMing, and if you don't have those Pokemon saved out or ready to go, then you're never gonna do it, so. That's really what a lot of people are frustrated about. I mean, hence the frustration. But definitely,
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
definitely something that maybe Niantic has to look into, just like the same as doing like a Pokemon Go community day and everything. So maybe they should extend at least 1 more hour so be able to TM those things away. So it's kind of nice in that regard, So yeah. Also, I mean, I have showed a few times on my own stream, but then Jesse and James, they go with their logo or their slogan, and they say, prepare for trouble and make it double, to protect the world from devastation, from depletion from all the nation, all those things, Oh God, the nostalgia. But yeah, that is the weekly Go challenge. We still have a couple of days, so poison types and dark types are still appearing in eggs in the wild and everything like that. So more shiny chances like Croagnknot and what is the other Pokemon that I'm looking for? I can't remember at this point. The one that's shiny at this point. Crocknut. Oh, and Scroopy. Scroopy. Yeah, I need those.
I love it. Love it. I was like the only person locally to get the shiny Skorupi from the last one. I haven't seen anyone post any this time too,
I'm jelly.
so it's still pretty rare.
I'm jelly.
Good.
Good. Be jelly. I had a Chansey spawn.
Dude, this is the only game I wanted in is Pokemon Go. That's the
It's
only
because we
one.
won the shiny, but you know. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. All right, but yeah, that is the Pokemon Go weekly challenge with Team Go Rocket. So there's definitely still going to be increases of times where this comes around. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to actually see those balloons up and going. So that's pretty good. Definitely a nice little change, especially because of everything that's going on still in the world. We want to stay safe as much as possible. So it is kind of nice that they make it a way that we can still battle those, no? However, if you go to my medal for Tingo Rockets grunts, I have now 452, so I'm almost halfway there. Need 50 more to be able to get halfway there, and then I still need another 500 before I'm able to get the gold medal.
It's a grind, man.
It
is a grind.
You also get the Giovanni medal if you do 20 of them, but you know, I want it so badly. I can't purchase it? Oh, it's locked and it's only purchasable once it's unlocked. Okay, that makes sense. Shiny Widow? No. Why did I click on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you want, shiny Weedle?
I don't know.
No, I can't.
No shiny left behind. That's how Abra saved it. You know. But yeah. All right. So, yeah. How about we get into what's called our PvP section? Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris. I think I can go louder with that, right?
Oh no.
How about you try it?
Oh no. Okay, guys, are you ready to get good or get wrecked? We are going to be talking about the Premier Cup. If you guys do not already have your Premier Pokemon, there are plenty good choices.
Definitely.
The king of the meta is Metagross. I think that's hilarious too.
I know,
honestly.
Right? Yeah, so let's go into
It makes
PvP
sense.
Poke. Let's go into PvP Poke. Let's expand this for everybody to see. So, Master League, or at least Master League and Premier Cup, that is what's going on right now. So, the number one Pokemon, as Chris has said, is Metagross. And then Togekiss. And then Snorlax. And then so on and so forth. So interesting enough, Garchomp is number 5. I actually like Garchomp a lot.
Garchomp is really, really good because even if he's in a bad matchup, he can still weaken it for the next Pokemon with Sand Tomb.
Maybe
if you're lucky.
Maybe it's time for me to actually get my 98 Gibble to a Garchomp.
It's a really good time, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's a terrific choice because, like, if you have any other Dragon against Togekiss in Premier Cup, it's not going to have a fun time. But at least Garchomp has a chance of like lowering it enough for the next Pokemon. It's just going to get farmed down. It's just going to get farmed down anyways, but that's not a huge deal if you can just get its defense going down, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have dipped my Pokemons into Premier Cup, and it's actually a lot of fun, especially since I have the right Pokemons for the meta. I do have a 100% Metagross body boosted and all that, a Togekiss. I don't have a Shadow Metagross, but that would be kind of cool. I could actually get my Garchomp ready to go. I have a Dragonite ready to go, which I don't want to TM the move yet to Hurricane. I don't think I need Hurricane, right?
Personally, I don't run Hurricane, but Hurricane's good because it hits a lot of things that it normally can't hit, like the dragon. I mean, Togekiss, if you get energy. But I don't know. It's really hard for it to be worth it because, like, look at all the matchups there. I'm pretty sure it just goes straight Dragon Claw against all those, and it still wins it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely. I do see that. Yeah, of course, Dragon Claw and Hurricane will be their best bets. Dragon Claw just being used almost 40% of the time. And then, you know, Outrage or Draco Meteor, which is the move that he has as a community day move, doesn't get used a lot in the meta. which kind of sucks. I don't want to TM my Dragonite for it and then have to use a charge TM for it later because that was
Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah. I do have other
he's a good
Pokemon. Yeah. I've been using let me see, what have I been using for Premier really? Let me check here.
Like it's kind of funny. Like he actually does fairly good against Metagross. Even just going straight Dragon Claw.
Yeah.
So it should be fun.
Yeah, so I have been using an Arcanine, Togekiss, and Metagross lineup. It's an interesting one.
I remember you telling me about that too. That's so strange to me.
Yeah, I actually watched Pokék's video, and he was like, so you tell me there's a chance. This is a purified Arcanine too. Hence, we are the Purified Podcast. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, we're talking about all the shadow Pokemon. We're the Purified Podcast.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Shadow Pokemons are in the game. Let's get them all good through and everything. It's like, no, we're the Purified Podcast. We are gonna purify and save every Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Hey, that's why I named it. The moment that I call this the Purified Podcast is because of Purified Pokemon. We gotta save them all. But yeah, of course the Premier Cup has actually been a lot of fun. I do gotta say. I mean, I'm only like taking it easy and actually doing at least one set per day and just like do it whenever I feel like I can do it and things like that. I am gonna try to see if I can reach rank 7 or 8 before the end of the league, and then that way I'll be able to at least get my TMs and everything. I'm not worried about being the very best until somebody dares me to.
Dude, honestly, I've been taking a huge break from Go Battle League until Great League comes back. I just don't like the other leagues, and it's probably a good thing since they had the exploit in there in Ultra League.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I don't know either. We'll see. But definitely something that we'll keep our eyes on for sure. So keep your eyes peeled for any changes. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a little more resurgence when maybe the Premier Cup does so well in their meta and everything that they'll implement it in other ones, so we don't have to see Registeels in Great League or anything like that anymore. It's kind of those things, We asking the real questions, Niantic. Come on. All right, so to wrap up the RPP section for today, I do want to say that the all the battles for the Continentals have actually come and go. And our very own Speediest Chief, the one that actually was part of the podcast out at episode 10, go check it out, of course, guys, if you want to see him talk about PvP and all that stuff. He also was in the North American challenges for the Continental, and he went...
Florida boy.
I know, right? Our own Florida boy. He went 7-1 in the whole meta. He reached Elite ranked and made 3rd in the tournament. Of course, there wasn't undefeated, but
It's so insane to me. That is so good.
Yeah, definitely. But congratulations to Speediest Chief. He is going to the finals, Continentals, and probably Worlds if he does so well. We want to make sure that you guys check him out, of course. If you type out Speediest Chief on YouTube, you can check out his videos. He hasn't posted a lot of things in a while, but that's because he's taking a little step back every now and then. I think he may take a break, but we also hopefully feel like maybe Silph Arena needs to take a break too, because we are getting a little bit kind of worn out from all the tournaments. Chris, what do you think about this?
It's a really weird time because I think they're trying to distract everyone with a really fun battle system, but at the same time, you can't just be battling non-stop, like this is actually a really bad time to like have to grind for dust, with just how strange it's been. Yeah. But I'll be fine with it either way.
Okay. Well, they usually after every season, and this month is the last season of season 2. Or the last Team Cup of season 2, so they may take at least a month's break. I was probably hoping that they maybe take a 2-month break so everybody can recharge a little bit better. It gives a little more time for everybody to get into the other features of Pokemon Go in that regard. The Silk Arena is always gonna be open for any chances. I mean, I'm sure that they'll have a way to, keep your ranks as it is until the next season comes around. But I do think that, somebody like me, I have played through the entire season 1, but I took a break in season 2 after the first 2 months, mostly because I was like, I didn't have the time. I wanted to focus on, Go Battle League and all that stuff and see how it goes. And of course, I wanted to, rank up on the Stardust because, everything that, we do is Stardust wise. I do have 3.3 million Stardust now. Thank you, Jesus. But I think, once I actually get a little more refresh and season 3 starts, maybe I could dip my hands into the cups once again and see how well we can do.
I mean, you did beat me in the first tournament.
That's just one tournament, dude. That's just one tournament. But I'll definitely think that in some way or shape or form, we'll definitely want to. Maybe I'll make it a goal and try to see if I can at least reach elite rank in Go Battle League. Or not Go Battle League, but Silk Arena.
Ace for sure.
Yeah. I want at least Ace. If I can reach elite, that'd be awesome. Mm-hmm. I'll never get to that one Legend one.
Dude, to reach Legend, I feel like you have to win like a 7-0 like every single month.
Even
I
that.
think that's what he did.
I think so too. He's doing some nice ones. But yeah, I think that's mostly it for today. I did wanted to extend that a little more, but I guess we can also do a live battle. How about that, Chris?
Oh no. Let me check my moveset really quick. It should just take.
All right, no worries. Well, we are going to do a live battle for you guys. You want to do Premier Cup or do you want to do something else?
I would prefer Premier.
Okay.
But either one's fine. Oh yeah, we're using all my dust. Let's go.
All right. Well, I send you the invitation, so we're good to go.
Okay, sweet. Is that what I want?
I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. Can anybody let me know?
Sure. Okay, let me look this way.
No worries. Just pick up already. Already, like...
You said Premier?
Premier, right? Yeah, don't use your legendaries there, brother. Come on.
Why not? I'm trying to win.
Let me wreck you with my own Premier Cup team with your legendaries. Let me see how it goes.
Okay, I'm fighting Team Rocket, boy.
Team Go Rocket. Well, Team Rocket, not Team Go Rocket. I don't know. That's the difference, I guess.
You're right.
You're right. Ooh.
Dude, I knew it was
Oh, God.
This is fine.
This is fine. Let's see. I knew it.
So, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have that you're bringing it against me? I'm scared.
Superpower. That's an interesting one.
You know Arcanine can learn dig or bulldoze?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it has to be an elite team, though, I think, right now.
Probably. Let's see if this works. Probably not. I think I was better with the other one, but oh well.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh goodness gracious, that was hilarious. This is fun. This is fine.
Oh no, this is fine. This is fine.
Is it? Oh yeah, you had your Dragonite all fully charged and ready to go, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Did I win CNT? Did I win CMP tie?
Sure.
We'll go with that. Oof. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Don't even sweat. Don't even sweat.
I'm not sweating it, bro. I'm not sweating it. I'm not sweating it.
Okay, yeah, we should be good. What I was worried about was that you're going to get to a charge move on the Metagross against mine, and I wasn't going to be sure if it was a Earthquake or not.
Yeah. I mean, I played a little bit wrong when I put my Arcanine against your thing, so against your Rhyperior anyways. But I thought maybe I could chip it down enough. Ooh, a Charge TM. Pretty cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, dude, we might hit Lucky Friends after this. I just realized.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see. Usually pops up, like, right now. Yeah, no.
Oh, did you leave the battle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what, you wanted me to do another battle against you when you actually can wreck me anytime now?
Yeah.
Nah. Let's continue on the podcast before we actually, like, leave it right there. But there's definitely nothing else to talk about. I mean, there's definitely has been a lot of changes, guys, so make sure that you check out the game as much as possible. Team Go Rocket Balloon is here. Team Jesse and James, Team Rocket are here too. A lot of different news and updates for sure, but GoFest is just around the corner, so hopefully we'll get everything sorted out so we can have a nice little GoFest stream for you guys. Maybe, just maybe, on the last hour of GoFest or something like that, we'll go live for the podcast and we'll talk about our experiences and see how it goes. So that way it's a little more for you guys and things like that. But I don't know. We'll plan it out so you guys can see how GoFest really is from the comfort of your home. We'll definitely be playing around outside for the remaining of it. Well, outside in more social distancing matter, of course. Guys, please make sure that you stay safe out there. But we want to make sure the GoFest is amazing. It's going to be a wonderful time. Shinies all around for everybody. Woohoo! Make sure you get your tickets too because they're not sold out. So we'll definitely be playing around for a while. What about you, Chris?
I'm definitely going to be playing a bunch. If I can, I'll definitely be streaming it.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah. And, you know, Team Go Rocket Balloons and hopefully raid invitations are ready to go by then. So, yeah, that way we can get it going. Dude, I'm so excited. GoFest will be amazing when it comes around, of course.
It's going to be insane. Dude, Gibble's all over the place. I don't know about you, but I need the shiny.
You know about you. I want the Shando.
You already have enough candy to power up your 98?
Yeah, definitely. I have like 250 rare candy anyway too, so I should be fine.
Okay. Because I was going to say, you're definitely going to have enough candy after that.
Well, I hashed a lot of them through the events, so I was able to get like a lot of candies. I didn't get the shiny yet. Niantic, give me the shiny. Give me the holy grail.
I need it.
Well, once GoFest goes around, it's not really going to be a holy grail Pokemon anymore because everybody's going to have at least one, you know? Everybody's going to go ham. Although, if it's not like a common spawn, oof.
It's got to be. It's gotta be. Like, with how good the Safari Zone spawns have been,
yeah,
I feel like it's gonna be like every 5th spawn is gonna be a Gibble.
If it's in raids, Niantic, take my money.
It's gonna be in eggs for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, I'm thinking about it and my mouth is salivating.
It's like blah 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 blah.
I'm super hyped.
Definitely. All right, guys. So this is the end of the podcast. So please make sure that you check us out in our podcast feeds: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and many more. We actually we have a lot of people actually listening to the podcast. So make sure you do check us out. Usually I release it on Mondays after the podcast ends tonight. I'll definitely have it all ready to go by then. But of course, you can also email us at purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. You can also send us a text or voice message at 941-417-9243. I may change that number eventually because I think that we can get it to make sure that international people can also send us messages. We'll see. I do got to make sure. Don't forget to check us out at the PurifiedPodcast.com in the Professor Network, since we are part of the Professor Network. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a wonderful time. Chris, make sure you take us away.
Okay. It's been a fabulous week. I hope you guys have been getting all the shadows you want, all the shinies, all the hundos. It's been a crazy week. It's going to be a crazier week next week for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Definitely.
And, what else can we say at the end of this than,
we're blasting off again. Oh my goodness, that was so off-synced. Oh god. Oh god. All right, guys. Have a good night. Take care.